Pow! Dr. Mike is a wimpy, pathetic animal abuser. Pow, pow, pow. I think I'm ready to take him on. That smirky Dr. Mike.
You serious?
Hello everyone, Akip here, back to another commentary video. In this video, we're going to talk about vegan teacher. Yup, she's out here doing what she knows how to do best, calling out influencers for not being vegan by guilt tripping them, which, as you all know, 110% of the time, it has never worked ever. Like these influencers that she's targeted, like Call Me Chris and Snarper Wolf, has been unsuccessful no matter how many times she has went after them. But even so, she hasn't stopped there and went after Dr. Mike. And so far, Dr. Mike in particular nowadays, because he's going to be participating in a charity match, a boxing fight against iDubbbz. And from that, vegan teacher obviously heard of this news, and she decides a day ago to make a video on Dr. Mike to challenge him to a quote-unquote boxing fight, which that statement in itself is enough to make me chuckle. And so without further ado, I'm gonna go on ahead and play this video. Now, I'm not gonna watch the whole 11-minute 45-second video, and I'm doing so for our sake so that we don't listen to this woman for a whole 12 minutes or so. But I am going to react and give my thoughts to the key parts of this video from beginning to finish in chronological order, of course. So that said, sit back and relax. Go eat your bread while watching this video.
Dr. Mike is a wimpy, pathetic animal abuser. Pow, pow, pow. Dr. Mike pays people to hurt baby animals. Pow. Think I'm ready.
As you just saw, she disses Dr. Mike, calling him an animal abuser, which now that I think about it, he's not paying your everyday person to hurt these animals. Correction, he pays the industry. Plus, even if he doesn't pay, what makes it so wrong? When a bear eats both, meat and planetary diet, can do so for free by hunting. Like, her point right there doesn't really sum up what she's talking about.
I think I'm ready to take him on. That smirky Dr. Mike.
Psst, you say that, but you're built like this, ma'am. Sit your scrawny ass down.
Then murder them? Innocent animals? Do you know why he does it? Because he thinks he needs his protein for his boxing body. What a lot of shit.
Well, I don't think he only eats meat as his main source of protein to get his body shaped up for the fight. But we all can tell from Dr. Mike that he's been taking care of himself very well. As he mentioned in his video before, he's been boxing for 10 years throughout his life for the most part. He's not training himself to become a professional. He does this so it's just an intensive sport to get disciplined and active every once in a while. And in a way, to be out of reach of reality with the stuff he has to go through in his day-to-day life, balancing doctor work with his social media work. And also the quote that vegan teacher said about eating meat to get protein. And while you could get protein from your plant-based meals, and the same applies to meat, where you could get most of the protein from meat compared to a planetary diet. And given the fact that Dr. Mike is 6'4", he'll most likely have to consume big meals throughout the day to get into shape with a well-balanced and nutritious plan that I'm certain he has, that he follows strictly.
Being so desperate to beat somebody up that they take in all these calories of dead bodies just to build themselves up. What a slime.
Well, if you take her logic, then I guess we could also apply that to any scavengers across the whole animal kingdom and call them slimes as well.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Dr. Mike.
I swear to God, if she punches the screen one more time while using that lame sound effect, I will literally lose my sanity again from the time she microwaved her water. And no, I'm not lying or exaggerating what I just said. You can look it for yourself from this video here from her that she actually did it once you're done watching my video.
He's gonna act like he's so nice and donate the profits to the people of Ukraine. Are you just trying to relieve your guilt? No amount of donating can compensate for the murder you pay for. Well, you know, it sounds good on the surface because those people are suffering terribly and they need help. But you know who else needs help? The animals.
Oh my God, tell me she didn't make the take of like using the current Ukraine war crisis to twist her words and persuade Dr. Mike somehow to become vegan. And well, as you just saw, she did acknowledge the current war that's happening in Ukraine, which is good because now we know she's not fully insane, she's only half insane. But again, she ties up the idea on calling out Dr. Mike, who's Russian by the way, who has given his thoughts and opinions on this war by saying the following.
The Russian leadership and politicians, please end this war. There has to be a diplomatic solution here. And to the Ukrainian people, know that we stand with you. Thank you for watching.
That was his response right there, but we cannot forget what vegan teacher just said here. Saying no amount of donating can compensate for the murder you pay for by quote-unquote trying to relieve your guilt, which is BS because he's a good man trying to donate money to charities to Ukraine because the human life in Ukraine matters than a pig who ate one of her stillborn infants. And chickens, in fact, are omnivores, meaning they can eat plants and meat, even their own meat, which results in cannibalism, which happens in cooped up cages and even in free-range farms. But also going back to what vegan teachers said about no amount of money can compensate to the murder you paid for, by that logic, wouldn't that also apply to her as well? When she's been a vegan for less than a decade, compared to the rest of her life where she must have not been vegan. And so if you take that statement to what vegan teachers said to heart, when throughout her almost to be 50-year-old life, she's been paying money for food from many animal industries. And so whatever she's been doing since TikTok and YouTube right now doesn't compensate to her logic saying for donating money to compensate for the murder you paid for is meaningless when she has done it before, to the point I guess one could say that she cannot repent for her actions ever. If you take it to that regard, of course.
Pow! So, I challenge you. It's official, alright? I'm ready. Let's fight. I'll meet you in the boxing ring. You decide where. Fly me in wherever you want me to go. Organize it. I don't care if there's 2 people there. I want an opportunity to slug you. And I don't care if you pick me up and slam me down if it makes you feel good to be a man, to pick on a woman or any other species. Fuck you. Go ahead and do it.
Okay, whoa, what was that? You make this 11-minute mockery video for trying to reach out to Dr. Mike while you're the one who wants to fight him, calling out and such, and now guilt-tripping him. If it makes him to feel like a man, to throw her down to the ground because she's a woman while sliding in the word speciesism, which has nothing to do with her case. I could tell this like some boomer mentality back in her days where men could do whatever they want to women and get away with it. But sorry, that doesn't apply here in the 21st century, where if a guy were to beat up a woman, that's not someone who's a man, that's someone who is a lowlife. And if there's ever someone who beats up their pet, dog or cat, it's considered animal abuse, and the person doing that is a douchebag, no questions asked. So 2 points taken here according to vegan teacher. So apparently if you decide to go vegan, you're apparently a role model. And so to those who want to become role models, let's all become vegan, hooray. Also another thing, she brings up God and claims if God will let anyone who makes himself big enough and strong enough to beat other people can't go to heaven according to her, which is total nonsense because if you're going by that, then Canelo, the boxer, or even mentioning KSI or Deji, since they boxed before, are they not going to heaven because they make themselves big to beat up people in a professional sport? Of course not. That's ridiculous. Total nonsense. And heck, you can even go as far that vegan teacher right here is body shaming people who put it into work, put it in hours, and take what's ours. And well, on top of all of that, she brings up God, as I mentioned before, to somehow convince people to become vegan, or else they won't go to heaven, which is total blasphemy because whenever she brings up God, in each of her videos when she's mentioned God, in every one of those videos she always changes the narrative on the topic of God, where she claims that she doesn't believe in God, and in another video she claims to be a friend of God. And look at that smug face from her, knowing full well she doesn't give a crap or care what she's saying. I hear claiming she doesn't believe in God, but at the same time talks like a self-proclaimed prophet to her vegan cult. And yes, I say vegan cult because that's what her narrative, based on the past that she's willing to go through many lengths necessary for you to become vegan. And hey, if you don't believe me, call me Chris. Want a little bit more of a proof that's not really a cult? Check this old community tab from her that she posted, where she literally states subscribe to this channel and press the notification button if you want to go to heaven after you die. From that statement alone, does this persuade someone to become vegan or be part of the cult? To me, this is an obvious cult recruitment right here instead on the YouTube platform.
Ow. So, there you have it. Dr. Mike, you've been officially challenged. Meet me in a boxing ring. And bring a diaper, because you're going to need one by the end.
Whoa, so she's talking smack again, huh? After playing like a victim to Dr. Mike, that because of his physique, he will be able to demolish her, which is true by the way. While sounding like she tries to make Dr. Mike as a villain here in her video. Yeah, so pulling that woman card doesn't work on this case. All of that is thrown out the window. In her last segment here, provoking Dr. Mike to bring himself a diaper once him and her get into the boxing ring. From the looks of it, I think she's trying to give Dr. Mike the signal for him to bring adult diapers for her weak bladder. And so from that clip, the video has ended there. I have nothing much to say other than that vegan teacher is back to her usual antics. And let's be real, I don't even think Dr. Mike has seen vegan teacher's video. And why would he? She's irrelevant. He has way better and far more important things to do other than listening to a vegan teacher in any way. He ain't all about that drama. He's very matured. A collective thinker, unlike vegan teacher, who's none of that. And as for me, well, I'm on a commentary channel who likes to make videos on whoever and whatever. And with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you do, please give this video a like and also comment down below anything for the YouTube algorithm. And if you want, consider subscribing to my channel for more content from yours truly. All my socials, Instagram and Twitter, down in the description below. See you soon in my next video. And later one, Akip is leaving the building.